go. We're live. I forgot I clicked the button. Oh, that looks really blurry. Oh, hang on. Now it's playing back on YouTube. Okay, that's sorted. I'm a bit rusty, can you tell? I think that's everything. All right, I don't need to look at that page because that's... need to find the chat. Here we go. I don't know if you've been here before, but if you have, you will know there's just those first couple of minutes we just do all our setting up. So first of all, can you hear me and can you see me? It may be a little blurry because I am on my, what do you call it? Webcam on my computer. So it is a little blurry than what it would be if you were just watching me with my video camera. So let's make sure all the sound is good. So... okay, so awesome. I have absolutely no notes today because I forgot. I've just realised that I forgot. But luckily, it's sitting right here from our last chat. So I can see what happened in our last chat. And according to this, the last chat we had Kylie from Fibre Leather Yarns. I think that's correct. Does anybody remember? It's been a while. It's been, I would say, about 10 weeks since the last live chat. Does anybody know? It's got to be at least that. I've been away for 6 weeks in England, got back, got sick for 2, and that was about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So it has to be. So hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're really well. And it says, yep, everyone's saying that they can see me, so that's really good. I'm getting sidetracked. I've got people from everywhere. Thank you. Hi, Jolene. Hi, everyone. Niagara Falls. Wow. So cool. Alice Springs in Central Australia. Hi, Wendy. Wow. What's the weather like in Central Australia right now in Alice Springs? It's quite cool here today. We've got a really bad wind, so it's making it a lot colder. I'm totally winging it today. So, yeah, a big welcome to everybody. Like I said, I've got no notes. I'm just going to use the notes that we had for last chat. I've got a few prompts that I use all the time, so I can just run by them. So welcome, everyone. I think I've said that 3 times, but today we have got Fiberific as our moderator. You can see in the chat that she's got a little spanner. So if you are naughty and say things that are inappropriate, you will get the spanner thrown at you and you'll probably just get kicked straight off the chat. So yeah, so yep. I keep saying so and yep. What am I drinking? Good question. Hi, Natalie. Hey, Sandy. I'm drinking rooibos tea because it's the only tea I can drink. It can't drink any other tea, and it is from Tea. Is it Tea for Talia? Natalie's watching, and Natalie is Tea for Talia, and she's be like, "What? Have you got that right?" I'm sure Fiberific will tell me if I've got it correct or not. Yeah, I'm sure it's Tea for Talia. I've got the packet. Give me 2 seconds here. Now I just need to flip screens to make sure I'm actually showing you. And it's in screen. This is my Tea for Talia. I got it right. And this is the rooibos. It's probably a bit blurry and very reflective, but this is the big one. This is 100 grams. Excuse my tatty undoing, but great tea, really, really good. And Natalie has so many different flavors of tea, but unfortunately I can only drink the rooibos. So thank you, Fiberific, for putting the link in for me there. That's really, really good. So hi everyone, we've got lots of people. Can anybody give me an update on how many people are in the chat? It should tell you on your screen. It just saves me flicking through like 4 or 5 different screens trying to find it. And make sure you give it a thumbs up. And can someone give me a thumbs up update? Last chat we had 128 thumbs up. So each chat, we try and break the record for last week. Well, it would have been last week, but it was like last chat for us because it was weeks and weeks ago. So we have to try and beat 128 likes. Oh, 67 people are watching. One dislike. I wonder what they disliked. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you don't know, and I'm sure you do, but if you don't know, my name is Claire and I am Bob Wilson 123 here on YouTube. But you will know that because you are watching the live chat. I teach crochet and I've been teaching crochet for in February coming. It will be 10 years since I released, this is February 22nd, 10 years since I released my very first video tutorial. Can you believe that? Wow. I think it might be party time. And we'll do some giveaways and stuff because that's the only way I can involve you guys in a party. Yeah, so wow. Can you believe it? 10 years ago. I can't believe that. But yeah, for the first 3 years, I would say, it was just a hobby, something to do, some fun. I didn't think about it as a job, but I would say definitely the last 7 years, it has been my full-time job. And I absolutely love it. It keeps me very, 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 very busy. And these live chats are a great way to connect to you guys and have a little chat and see what everybody's up to. Oh, well, Fiberific, then you can remind me when my anniversary's coming up. Oh, and happy birthday, Chantel. I just remembered it's your birthday. Happy 21st. She's not 21. Happy birthday. Everybody wish Chantel a happy birthday. Chantel is our moderator for today. You can see her in your chat. She should have a blue username. She's going to be putting all our links in that I talk about and everything like that. So, yeah, happy birthday. Oh, 73 people watching. Thank you, Mary. So I'm just going to quickly, I do kind of like read the comments as we go, but it's hard to keep focused. So I'm just going to have a quick look at that. 49 thumbs up. Thank you, Jammin with Yarn. Very good username. Cynthia found me through Margaret Olander. Yeah, Margaret is awesome. Niece is crocheting a blanket for a good friend. What is everybody crocheting at the moment? Are you just finished? Are you just starting? Are you in the middle of a project? Oh, Tammy's working on a waffle stitch blanket for one of my grand angels. I have never tried the waffle stitch. Can you believe that? Hi, Gregory. I still follow you on Instagram, even though I may not like every photo because I'm so busy. I do follow you, and I love it when your stuff comes up in my Instagram feed. It's awesome. Well, everyone's really busy with their crocheting. Does anybody have any other hobbies? I also knit, and I have just started to learn to sew. I do know how to sew, like I did it at high school and things like that. And I have just learned, I've just got back into it, I would say. And I made this. I hope my sister's not watching this live chat. Sister, if you're watching, you need to turn away until I can say you can turn back. Right. I don't know if she's watching. I don't think so. It's for my niece. It's not finished yet. She still needs her head fixed up. And her face. Okay, sister, if you're watching, you can look back now. And don't read the comments. It's my first, well, it's actually technically my second one because the first one, I should have filmed it. It would have been worth a laugh. Yeah, let's just say that it didn't work. And I had to cut the arms and legs off the old one. So technically this one is I just kind of gave it away what it was. Oh well. Technically, this one is recycled. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, it's not really a question, but Yvette has said she wants to learn to tat and quilt. What is a hobby or a craft or anything really that you want to learn to do? Everybody is so busy. That is so awesome. So can I get a quick update on how many people are watching and how many likes? Each chat we try and smash a last chat. So it's usually last week, but this one's different. Last chat's record. So the record last week was 128, and that's actually the most likes that we've had in a chat. I understand that not everybody can join us for the live chats. Unfortunately, this is the time that works for me, and I know it doesn't work for everybody else, but I've just got to schedule everybody in. Fiber wants to learn how to do macrame, or I think you might pronounce, Americans call it macrame. I say macrame. I think that might be the Aussie way to say it. Yeah, that looks like fun. It's basically just yarn, isn't it, really? Tying knots. I know there's more to it than that, but what I meant is that it relates to yarn very easily. Wow, 72 people watching and 60 thumbs up. We are getting up there very quick. So if you could hit that thumbs up button, that would be awesome. We try and smash the likes from last chat, and the last chat was 128. So let's see if we can do that. So this chat is probably going to go for approximately half an hour. We do try and keep to half an hour, but I know Chantel Fiberific is about to say, yeah, sure, because normally we drag it out maybe up to an hour, but I do try and keep it to half an hour because yeah, I'm very busy and I need to keep on a schedule, which I'm very bad at doing. What's everybody drinking? I am drinking rooibos tea, if you've just joined us, and it is from Tea for Talia. And hopefully Chantel will pop that link in again. And it's not going to focus, and it's probably back to front, but it's very delicious. Rooibos tea is an African herbal drink without caffeine and tannic acid. I think I'm allergic to the tannic acid in tea because I'm also allergic to the caffeine. But even those non-caffeine tea, like the fruit teas and all that have tannin, I get the same reaction. So I think I'm allergic to that as well. And it's a soft oh God, I can't read. Soft aromatic infusion with a smooth, creamy taste. Ingredients: rooibos bush, and sit for 5 to 8 minutes. I am not that patient, and I would say I leave mine for about 3 or 4. But if I forget about it, it's definitely 5 to 8. No, those thumbs up don't count, but thank you very much anyway. Oh, everyone's got different drinks. Grape drink, green tea, iced tea. I've never had iced tea. Oh, raspberry tea. That sounds really yummy. Water, that's usually my drink of choice if I'm not having tea. Coffee. Hey, Melbourne. And wine. Oh, it's 1 o'clock anywhere in the world, isn't it, really? Morning, ladies. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter. We've got lots of iced tea iced tea is probably popular right now because it's warmer in America, and us drinking our hot beverages are probably in the colder part of the world. So thank you everybody for joining us. We've got Fiberific as our moderator today. You can see her popping up in the chat with the blue spanner. Fiberific has her own YouTube channel, so I'm sure all the links are going to pop up in the chat as I'm talking, and I can see Chantel going crazy trying to get all the links. But we have Fiberific, Chantel has her own YouTube channel, so you do, let me see, you do your Thursday live chat, Australian time. Thursday live chat, which is like lots of fun. And you also have, I think you've got reviews. Can you tell us what you do on your channel? I know what you do, but the weather here is quite cool. It's about 14, I think, today, but with a really cold wind, so it feels like about 10. And I know some people probably think that's not cold, but it is to me now. And Fiberific also has their own website, and it's fiberific.com.au. And Fiberific sells crochet hooks, knitting needles, and all the tools that you need for your yarn crafts, and also hand-dyed yarn. Lots of goodies. So make sure you go and check that out. But right-click on the links, because if you click on the link, it will take you away from this chat. Yeah, that's right. You've got tutorials, reviews, and live chats. The live chats are lots of fun. Oh, and I didn't put my phone on silent. There we go. So what did everybody do on the weekend? Just turning my phone down. What did everybody do on the weekend? I don't know if you caught my live chat from Spotlight yesterday, but two friends and myself went to Spotlight, and I need to get some fabric to make a heat bag. I don't know if you know what that is. Basically, it's full of wheat or rice, and you put it in the microwave, and it heats up, and you can use it if you've got sore muscles. So, pardon me. The one that we have, it's got a really big hole in it, and I could sew it up, but it's been microwaved so many times that it's probably just had it. So I'm going to make a new one. We'll see how that goes. But I had to buy some fabric for that, so that's why I went there. And I needed some toy stuffing to stuff something. I don't know if my sister's watching. She probably already knows what it is anyway. She's pretty good. She'll guess anyway. Oh, so Donna Lee went to Michael's and got yarn. Sally went to a yarn festival. Where was that at? Was it really good? Yarn festivals can be so much fun. Yvette's saying that she saw the live chat and it was expensive. We can get American yarn here in our Spotlight store. So our Spotlight store would be, I would say, equivalent to Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And I think is it Hobby Craft in England? I think that's your craft store. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did go there when I was there, but I think it was called Hobby Craft. Yeah, so we can get American yarn here, and it's really expensive. I'm sure if you watch that video, it's still there. Like, it's not live obviously now, but it's still on my channel. It's the one just before this video. Go and have a look if you're American or if you're Canadian, and have a look how much they charge us for the American yarn. You're probably going to just freak out. It is so much more. I know it's so much more. This is Australian dollars, so I'm not sure what the exchange rate is at the moment, but it is a bit less. So American dollars is less than Australian dollars. So when you see the prices on the video, take off a little bit, like maybe a couple of dollars, and that's how much we're getting charged for it. But it's still really expensive, no matter which way it is. But yeah. Wow, everyone had fun on the weekend. So if I've missed a comment, just put it in again, and I will. Hi, Nikki. I will try and get back to you. It's so funny. I'm not sure if this lady's watching now. I'm assuming it was a lady. I'm not really sure. But yesterday on my live video, someone commented that the store that I was in, they were at the checkout when I was filming that. I don't know if it was when I was filming or when I was just in the yarn aisle, but they saw me. How cool. But the lady didn't come up and say hi or anything. I'm assuming that they just left the store and maybe they were in a rush. But yeah, I thought that was really awesome. I don't actually get to meet a lot of people who watch my videos in real life. Most of the people I meet that watch me in real life is generally at some sort of yarn event. When I went to the Canberra Celebration of Wool, which is the capital city of Australia, about 2.5 hours from my house. Yeah, I met a heap of people there, and that's probably the most I've ever met at one time that watched my tutorials. So it was really fun. So you can order online, and it is cheaper, but sometimes the postage kills you if you're ordering from America with the yarn. Oh, Dorothy's joining us from freezing Canberra. Yes, you guys get cold down there. I was just talking about Canberra. Oh, we've got some Queensland people, which is the state above us. You're a little bit warmer than us. I'm in Sydney in Australia. I'm about an hour southwest of Sydney. Oh, Fiberific is going to be busy today. She's packing her mystery lace club. Remind me later that I've actually got to chat to you about that. That was in our chat the other night. I think I actually had to go make a phone call. I left halfway through that chat. Just remind me about that. Because then I'll forget. Yeah, Mystery Lace Club, which ships today. You are going to be busy packing up all that stuff. Yes, Sandy, we are going to meet on the cruise. That cruise is coming up fast. I can tell you exactly how many days we have to our crochet cruise. We are cruising out of Sydney. I think it's Sydney Harbour. I think, yeah, it would be Sydney Harbour, wouldn't it? Circular Quay, is that the same thing? I don't know. Cruising out of Sydney anyway. 47 days to our cruise. Not that I'm counting. Breaking out, yeah. We've got lots to do. So that is going to be so much fun. There's 40 crochet ladies and 40 sewing ladies. I think we're all ladies on this cruise. I'm not sure if there's any gentlemen going. Lots of husbands going and boyfriends and kids, and the wives are going to crochet or sew and have a lot of fun, and then catch up with their family during the day and during the night, and it's going to be lots of fun. The noise you keep hearing is the fan in my computer, and for some reason on these live chats it picks it up a lot. I can hardly hear it here, but then everybody complains it's like there's a plane or a car going past the window. It's not, it's a fan in my computer. And I have a chat on a Friday night with some friends, and I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, Fiberific, but I don't think they can hear it when I'm in my chat with them. So for some reason these live chats pick it up a lot. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't go when I'm doing the Zoom chats. So I've got a couple of windows open, so maybe it's struggling. It's not exactly warm in this room, so it shouldn't be struggling too much. What is the black thing by you? Let me just go to my screen. This thing? Critter Kid, are you talking about that? There's about a 20-second delay, so if I ask you a question, I've got to wait about 20 seconds before I reply. So I don't use my Fiberific. I don't use my laptop for anything really, especially live chats. This is a tree. Yes, that's right. It is a tree. Yep. It's a dead tree, obviously. It's not a live tree. It was a piece of timber that was on our property, and when we were building our kitchen, we needed something to hold up the kitchen bench. So that holds up part of our kitchen bench. See that? Oh wait, that's not it. That's something else. Hang on. Oh, you can't see it. The computer's screen doesn't. Just about that far below the video is where the bench is. What am I crocheting at the moment? I am actually crocheting a scrap me shawl, which is nowhere around. It's in the other room. Sorry. Just crocheting a me shawl with scrap yarn. I'm in the in-between stage because I went away and I'm coming back. I haven't got into tutorials yet, which I will be doing sometime today or tomorrow. And so I'm in that in-between stage at the moment. Just got a scrap me shawl on the go. Just, I can take it. It's a very easy pattern. Thanks, Chantel, for the link. It's a very easy pattern and it's great. Is it like a chip? What do they call it? A chip pattern? Meaning it's really easy to do when you're watching TV. I don't know, there's some saying there because it's just granny stitch. So to me, that's quite easy to do, and you just crochet across. As long as you pay attention to your increases, it's a great pattern. The one I'm wearing, if anyone's interested, I'll just have to take it off. Doesn't look very exciting, but it's a cowl. It's very, very easy to do. It starts down here. That's a triangle, and you increase on both sides, increase, increase, increase. It becomes a triangle till this triangle is big enough to go around your head. You join it, and then you crochet in the round. It is very easy to do. And this is just one ball of Red Heart Unforgettable in, I think it's the Dragonfly colorway. Very pretty. And then you just pop it on over your head. I love this because I get really cold. Like if that's all exposed, I get really cold. And I like this to be long so that it all comes up around your neck. And it's great. This yarn's really thin, so not really thin, but it's not chunky yarn. And you can put your jacket on and you can squish it all up. It's lovely. Thank you, Fabric, for the link. That's great. Thank you so much. Yeah, great pattern. Works up really quick. It's worked in half double crochet. You could probably change up the stitches to double crochet or single crochet, but the shape of the triangle is going to be slightly different because of the height of the stitches are different. Yeah, it's a really good pattern. It's so super simple, but it's so functionable. Because I like cowls, but I find with cowls with me that they kind of like just go to there, and then this bit down my chest area is freezing. So I thought, well, I need a bit to flop down there to get the best of both worlds. What it came around was I like triangle scarves, and I wear them back to front, so the triangle's at the front, and then I tie them up around my neck. But then the back of my neck was getting cold, and I was like, hang on, I need a cowl with a triangle. That's pretty much how I came up with it. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the questions because I am... So the comments, sorry, because I'm going to be missing lots of stuff. What do I do for work? Just wondering what other crocheters do. I'm a nurse by profession. My job is what you're seeing right now is chatting to you guys and making crochet tutorials. That is my full-time job. If I want to, I could work 7 days a week and work about 11 or 12 hours a day. I choose not to do that because I like my sanity. And I've had to, it sounds funny, I had to scale back my tutorials to once a fortnight because I have so many subscribers now that it creates a lot of work. So it's kind of the lesser of the two evils. You can create lots of content each week and have not many subscribers and you can keep up with it. But once you get all those subscribers and they're all commenting and emailing and Facebooking and Instagramming, I find I don't have enough time to create tutorials. I can if I want to completely lose my mind and be so flat out I have absolutely no life. But I'm at this stage of my life now where I would like to do things I like to do for part, like sort of schedule in. I schedule in stuff so I can do stuff. I schedule in Sundays now for me day. I've just started doing that when I came back from England. And I think I'd rather be around for a long time sane rather than a short time and then just lose it. Because I have been getting to those stages very regularly and just going, no, I've had enough. I don't want to do it anymore. But then the next day you wake up and you're like, wow, that was silly. What are you thinking? So I found that scheduling in some time for me and scheduling in work, like making a schedule and sticking to it, is really helping, And having a great support network, which is Fiberific and Fiber Lily and Addy Day Designs. And there's Elizabeth from, what's her YouTube? El Grey Crochet, and Natalie from T for Talia. I don't know what your YouTube username is. I think it's just Natalie Power. And a few other people who are a great support system, and they really help. They really do. And we were talking about the Jedi Council. They are my Jedi Council. And Elizabeth was right. You won't know this is a private chat, but Elizabeth was right saying we are our own Jedi Council. We help each other, and you know, if you're feeling really down about your job, they just boost you up. So thank you. That was a really deep metaphor for a Monday, wasn't it? So there's lots of other people, lots of people with other jobs. We've got occupational therapist assistant. There's loads of stuff. I'm going to quickly go through all these. Oh, that was my husband. Cool. Just quickly going through the comments. So thank you everybody for joining us. Can we have a update on how many people are watching and how many thumbs up do we have? We need to try and smash 128, which was what we had in our last chat. That's right, Chantel. It is a balance. You can keep making the content, but you can't interact and people get upset, or you can scale but the schedule and have time for the community. So it is so right. I was getting to a stage I couldn't reply to people's comments because I was so busy. And yes, I do have people help me. I have 2 girls that work for me on a part-time basis, and just with their help, they help so much and just can do things that I just cannot get to. And yeah, there's other content creators who do get out a lot of content, but they have a big, not saying they all do, but they have people that work for them and they can do all that work for them, and they might have volunteers that work for them as well, so they can get lots and lots of work done. They can concentrate on the content creating rather than the other stuff, which is still important, like being with the community and answering comments. But unfortunately, those sorts of things sort of fall to the bottom of the pile, and they shouldn't, because your community is what supports you and creates your job for you. So it's a constant battle. Revolving door. Is there a tutorial for the cowl you're wearing? Yes, there is. There is a link for this. If Chantel, if you could pop that in again, that would be great. The cowl that I'm wearing is, I don't even know what it's called. So many different tutorials. I'm going to sidetrack. I'm working on my website at the moment, and I'm organizing and making it better for you guys to navigate. I found 3 patterns. No, that's 3. 3 patterns with the same name. Yep. Nikki's making the pet basket. Awesome. We've got 74 watching and 99 likes. 2 dislikes. Oh, well. You know what? The dislikes actually count as interactions. So, yay me. Cynthia says it rains every day during summer. I wish it would rain here. It's so dry. We're officially in a drought in my state that I live in New South Wales. Can I make that cow with a shawl in a ball yarn? I'm not sure. If you look for the Red Heart Unforgettable, it'll tell you how many meters are on the ball. I really don't know off the top of my head. This would be equivalent to an 8-ply, and that's an Australian 8-ply or double knit. Or if you're an American, I would say this is a light worsted or a number 3 yarn. So if that helps you, the shawl and the ball, I'm thinking it changes colour. I can't think off the top of my head what yarn that is. Is that a Red Heart yarn? A worsted weight, so it's a 10-ply for Aussies, or a worsted weight yarn for Americans or Canadians, or an Aran weight would probably be too thick for this. You could definitely give it a go, but I find the finer yarn works up a lot nicer for this. Robert, can you post these links in the description box or the chat after it goes recorded, so I have access to them after the live show? I'm just going to write down, oops. That's a bit hard to do because I will be saying so much stuff, but I'm going to just write a list of things that we've been talking about. We've been talking about the cowl, the tea, Addy Day, fibre lily yarn. We spoke about, help me out people, we spoke about cowl, the tea, fibrophic. I think that's it. I'll keep note from now on of what we are talking about. Yeah, lots of the bigger channels do have staff, and where we don't. I wish I did. It'd be awesome. So if I missed a question or anything, just post it again, and I will try and answer your question. The comments scroll really fast, and I can't concentrate on 2 things at once. We've got 63 watching and 101 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the chat if you've just joined us. We've just been talking about what's been going on, what we do for a job, talking about this cowl that I'm wearing to keep me warm. We were talking about tea. I was drinking tea. It's all gone now. Rubos from Tea Fatalia, which has its own website, which is... It's not there. I think it's Tea Fatalia. Oh, there it is. teafatalia.net. Australian lady is Natalie, and if you want to support an Australian company, then go and buy some tea from her. It is very, very yummy. Loads and loads of different flavours. Thank you, Nikki. She says, you don't need dislikes because you're awesome. Apparently not everybody thinks that. I don't care. If you don't like me, then move along. How many years has your drought been going on? So officially, the drought has only been classed as a drought, like officially by the government or whoever does the thing, for a couple of months. But in saying that, we have been back from New Zealand a year. What is it now? August. Just over a year, like about 14 months. And we have not mown our grass once. We have not mown our grass. It has not rained enough for grass to grow. I could probably count on one hand, definitely 2 hands, the amount of times it has rained in the last year. And when it rains, it doesn't rain for long. It just, half an hour, it's gone. You know, and the farmers around here, their paddocks, like with the cows and everything and sheep, their paddocks are literally just dirt. There's hardly any grass left. They're all hand feeding. They're all feeding hay and whatever else you feed animals. And grain, I'm not really sure what you feed animals. I should know this. I live in the countryside. But yeah, they're all hand feeding. There's loads of charities helping them to buy feed. Lots of the outback farmers are, the people further in the countryside, are just selling all their stock because they cannot keep them because it costs so much to feed them. So it's been very dry for, I would say, 2 years where we live, not the whole of Australia, but where we live definitely. Oh, it's a Lion brand yarn. Okay. So the yarn for this, if it's around about a light worsted, a number 3 yarn, or an 8-ply or a DK, it's going to work really well. If anyone's made this and used the thicker yarn, then let me know how it went. I haven't actually used thicker yarn to make this. This is the only one I've made of this one. So I'm not sure. Diane says, I made that count. It was very easy. I'll have to wear it in the winter often. Thank you. That's great feedback. Thank you for sharing. Mary says, when I started doing crochet with YouTube, Claire, you were the first one that I followed. I adore all you have created. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, Nikki, the softer the better, definitely. I like soft yarn around my, this is an acrylic yarn, but it's quite soft and it's lovely. Karen's told new crochets about my channel. Thank you so much. Tammy says, my grandbaby is intently watching you. Hi. It is so cute. How old is your grandbaby? I've lost where I've been up to. Where am I? Yes, we did speak about my tree. We speak about my tree every chat because someone notices it and goes, what is that in next to you? It's a tree. Because we're weird like that. Yeah, frosty morning here in Aussie. Very cold. It's 150 grams in a ball in. That is a mouthful. 150 grams in a ball of shawl in a ball. Okay, 150 grams. That should be enough. Can you let me know, Tracy, what thickness of yarn it is? This was a 100-gram ball of light worsted. Or sorry, a number 3. Is that light worsted? I'm not sure. I just scrolled. 107 likes. Yay! Do I enter any of my work into local shows? I have never done that because I've always thought that it is not good enough. I know that sounds crazy because we shouldn't think like that, but I see things in shows and I think that is awesome. And I design simple items, like plain and not like really, really fancy like things I've seen in shows, so I don't know. Thank you for all the links, Fiberific. We've got Fiberific here as our moderator, and Fiberific has a website called fiberific.com.au where you can buy crochet hooks and knitting needles and anything yarny related. So go and check that out if you would like some goodies. Claire, spoilt myself while you were away. I bought my first fancy yarn 3 times. Fiberly times 2 and Fiberific. Lucky me. Hey. Very lucky you, and I bet you love that yarn because they both have beautiful yarn. What colours did you get in the yarns? Donnelly says, you taught me how to crochet and I thank you. Also, I'm pretty good. Awesome. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments, everybody. Yep. Susan, great attitude, isn't it? If you don't like what you're watching, then see ya. There's plenty other people here to watch. Some people can't take your awesomeness. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Well, we do, and that's all that matters, right? Totally right, Kim. We all love being here, so that's all that matters. Tammy loves the patterns and tutorials and the live chats. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tammy. I'm crocheting your Crochet Me shawl now, and I'm using cotton polyester blend. I love it. Oh, nice, Diane. Thank you so much. So if you're ever crocheting one of my patterns, make sure you share it on our Facebook page if you're over there. You can tag me on Instagram. When you're tagging me on Instagram, you can do like the at YouTube Bob Wilson 123. But if you could also tag me in the photo, which is like the option down below, like it says tag people, because most of the time I'll get the ones when you mention me in your comment. But if I've had a lot of comments about something or other, like I've done a new post and there's a heap of comments come up, I only get so many comments, and overnight it could push yours like completely down away, like I can't see it. But if you tag me, as in where it says tag someone, I will see it on my tag section of my Instagram account. That means I'll definitely see it. It may take me a couple of days, but I will definitely see it because I love seeing what everyone's been up to. Wow. Pettis Kim, I think it says. I'm in SoCal, South Carolina, I'm thinking, and we just came out of a 4-year drought. That's crazy. Bye, Alita. Thank you for joining us. Sunday evening in USA. Yes, it is. It's Monday morning here, and it is 10:48. We've been chatting for 48 minutes. We need to wrap this up. This was just a casual chat, so kind of a bit disjointed. But there was no schedule. Absolutely no schedule. Oh, I can mention one thing, though. I just looked at my notes from my last chat. Patreon. If you're on Patreon, make sure you pop in and check out what's happening. We're having giveaways and everything. And I've been contacting people that have won the giveaways, and I'm not getting replies. I've sent out some emails. Some of them have still not replied to the emails. I've also sent messages via Patreon. So that's not getting through either. I don't know what's happening, but we've got prizes here for you guys. So if you're on Patreon, make sure you go and check it out. If you're not, go and check it out anyway, and you can see what that's all about. It is kind of a sponsorship thing, and you pay a monthly thing, and you get extra benefits over there. Sorry, I'm just going through the other notes that I had from last chat to see if there's anything I can mention again. But what's your favourite item to crochet? I'm just going through the comments here, so whilst you're leaving all those comments, I can just scroll through the other ones. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing comments that you're leaving. Tammy would love to visit Australia one day. I have a friend in Australia that lives there. Australia's beautiful. It really is. It's a lovely place to visit. I wouldn't come in the heat of our summer because it's quite hot, but yeah, it's always fun when you come to Australia. So I am now located. Oh, hi, Regina. I'm now located in Sydney, in New South Wales, in Australia. I'm just going through this. Have you gotten into sewing at all? Hi, Jake. Yes, I have. I've been doing a little bit of sewing. I've made a couple of skirts about a year and a bit ago. And then I made a skirt just recently. I didn't like how it looked. I liked the finished product, but I didn't like how it sat on me. It was a gathered waist, and I just didn't like it. But I could probably just recycle the fabric because it was not too many pieces. I think that's what I'll do because, yeah, I'm not going to wear it. So it's kind of a waste of the fabric. So, and it's really pretty fabric. So I might just recycle that into something else. But yeah, it was all practice and everything. So, and then just recently, I made a little dress for my new niece. It's so cute. But it didn't fit because I kind of had to fudge a pattern. I got a newborn pattern, and she's not newborn, she's 3 months. So I had to make the pattern bigger myself, and I did it wrong. So it didn't really fit her. I think the length was okay, but yeah, I completely stuffed it up. Doesn't matter, it will get recycled in something else. All good. Hi, Sister Mary, Margaret Mary. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your awesome comment. Do we have any other male fibre artists in the chat? Jake's asking that. Oh, we've got 113 likes. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me updated. Hi, Linda. Want to say hi and thank you for helping hand. I learned some helpful tips from your tutorials. You are very welcome. Oh, Alita's having raining cats and dogs. If I disappear, they've got a thunderstorm, severe storm. Ugh. Hopefully you're okay and you don't lose your internets. It's okay, so the yarn we were talking about before, which was the shawl and a ball, is a medium number 4 weight. It may be a little bit too thick, but I would say give it a go. It's not a big project, and it will work up really. This is a thinner weight yarn than the weight that you have, so I would say work it up. It'll work up pretty quick because your yarn is thicker. But yeah, I'd love to know how it works if you do try it. Yes, back in Australia now. We've been back just over a year. We were previously living in New Zealand for almost 4 years, so time is flying past. Oh, thank you, Susan. You were sharing my channel information today for the tutorial for one of the easy cowl patterns. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for sharing my tutorials. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to have to wrap this up because we've been nearly going for an hour. Watching on my phone, I don't know how to hit the like button without exiting the video. If you're watching on, I've forgotten how that was that landscape. I don't know. If you're watching that way, you'll have the video on your whole screen. If you watch it that way, the video will come up at the top of your screen, and then you should be able to like it down below. I don't know if I can actually show you how to do that. Give me 2 seconds, and I should be able to show you how to do it. Oh, okay. So oh, you can't see that. That's really bright. Can you see the chat all there? Well, it says live chat and there's an X just on that side. Get rid of that. The live chat disappears. And there's the like buttons and stuff there. Ooh, 125 likes. How exciting. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I probably missed some of your comments or questions, but I'm sorry about that. If you've got any, just quickly put it on now, and we'll see if we can get through them before we log off. 81 watching and 125 likes. Thank you, everybody. That means that we've had more than 81 people in here because we've got 125 likes. We need 3 more. 3 more, I can count. 3 more will like smash our top record. So hopefully we can get that. Oh, we're up to 130. Yes, celebration. We had 128 last time, and we've just 133. We have now got the most likes in a chat, so I'm very excited about that. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are going to wrap this up pretty quick, and Christy's working on her first shawl in a ball piece and feels like the 6mm is too big of a hook for the yarn. I think that would probably recommend about a 5.5. So a 6mm may be a little bit too big, but if you've got really loose tension, it's probably going to feel bigger as well. I like to, personally, I've got loose tension, and I will drop down a hook size than what's recommended for the yarn. So yeah. Yeah, this was quite a fun chat. It was a really disjointed chat because there was no notes, as you know. And we're just catching up and saying hello and saying I'm back to work and back from my holiday. The holiday was awesome fun. So yeah, I need to make a video and just chat about that. Show you some stuff I bought. I bought some yarn and everything. So just quickly reading some comments. Then says, welcome, wonderful to have you back. Enjoy your week. Might see you on Chantel's Live Thursday. Yes, you will. There's 133 likes. Awesome. That's so good. 137 likes. Wow. Thanks, everybody. Keep hitting that thumbs up. You can only hit it once. But yes, have a beautiful day. Linda, thanks, Claire. Have a great day. Good night, y'all. Thank you, Linda. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Tell us about Patreon is, or did I miss it? Okay, Patreon is I'm sure there's a really easy way to say this, but I'll probably say it the hard way. It's basically a website where you can pledge monthly amount of money, and it helps me support my videos and, you know, pay my bills and everything like that. Because I know they say that YouTubers make loads and loads and loads of money, but if that was the case, I'd be very happy, but we don't. So Patreon is a way to support me on a monthly basis. You can pledge anywhere from $1 up to $20 a month. And depending on how much you pledge, you get a certain level of bonuses. So I think like certain levels have certain giveaways. You get certain bonuses. You'll get links earlier than just what you regularly get on YouTube. You'll get behind the scene photos, things like that. So if you want to check it out, go to Patreon. I think it's .com. I think. And then just search for Bob Wilson 123 or Fiberific if she's awesome. She'll put a link in for us. And yeah, just go and check it out. It's got all the information there, what you get for you, what you pledge, and all that stuff. So, Fiberific needs a smack. She not literally. She was on a phone call and she left us. She didn't even tell us. It's all good. You didn't miss anything. So I hope that explains what Patreon is. If you want to have more information, go and check it out and just search for Bob Wilson 123, and you can see what extra benefits you get for your pledge. Sylvia is working on the Jessica shawl. The Jessica shawl is so pretty. I really love that shawl. Oh, Jillian's working on her second Jessica shawl. Awesome. Yeah, fly by the seat of my pants chat definitely is, and you don't have any experience with that whatsoever. That was sarcasm, by the way. So thank you, Fiberific, for moderating for our chat. If you want to check out fiberific.com.au, you can get crochet hooks and knitting needles and everything yarny related and goodness. It's hand-dyed yarn, which is awesome. I can definitely vouch for that. I've been using that in one of the latest crochet patterns that I did, which I can show you just because it's right here. Haven't seen any ends, so don't worry about that. And I just noticed that Addie Day Designs, who designed this shawl pattern, has just jumped in. So hello, Deanne. This is the Blur shawl. It's written for a 4-ply yarn, which is an Australian 4-ply, so that's a fingering weight yarn, which I think is number 2 weight yarn. But I used DK, which is a number 3 weight yarn, because I wanted it to work up really quick. So this is the Blur shawl. It doesn't show up very well in this camera, but you blend all your colours, or you blur all your colours together. So pretty. It does use 5 colours. I've only used 4 because I used the thicker yarn. It came out bigger than the pattern. So if I used the 5th colour, it would be massive and probably more like a blanket. So yeah, that is my shawl. It's finished now though. It was so much fun to make. Thank you for the links, Fiberific. Thank you, thank you, thank you. YouTube may be making that much, but it's not filtering to the people we love to watch. Linda, that is so true. YouTube makes all the money, and then we get a little bit of that. I've yet to get a notification from Patreon. Is there an app or something? Jolene, I think if you go into your settings, I'm not sure, but I think if you go into your settings, you may be able to turn on your notifications. I really have to look into that because so many people are not getting. I don't know if you get a notification. I am assuming that you do, You should get an email every time I make a post or send you a message or anything. But I think you might have to turn on that notification. Yes, Patreon link. Thank you so much for reminding me of that. I'll put that in the description box. Yeah, the Jessica shawl is very relaxing. The Jessica shawl is the bigger version of the me shawl. So it's deep, so it comes down your back a lot. Where the me shawl, which again is not right here. Give me 2 seconds, I'll grab it. The me shawl is, oh, I'm sitting on it. The me shawl is a narrower version of the Jessica shawl. If you give me 2 seconds while I fumble around, I'll show you. Can you see that very well? Okay, that's better. You can see that the bright one is a lot smaller. It's also not centered, so it looks a bit weird. Here's the middle of that one. There we go. That's better. So if you've got it on, you can see that it comes down much further. Get it around that way. So yeah, it just depends what you like. And they have 2 different edgings. There's a pom-pom edging, which is not on either of these. This has got the pointy edging. That over there, I'll put that away later. So yeah, hopefully that shows you the difference between the two. 3 whips in the naughty corner. Yep, we know how that feels. So thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you, Fibrovic, for all the links that you've popped in there. You're very welcome, Deanne. Yes, the me shawl I think would be definitely more you as well. The me shawl might be more me. Sorry, I thought that was really funny. I get a lot more wear out of my me shawl, which is the bright blue coloured, the shorter, the narrow version. I get a lot more wear out of that because it's easy just to chuck it under a jacket. The Jessica shawl, I sort of wear if I was wearing something like this, like a cardigan or something. I was wearing that when I saw you at Canberra. So I was wearing a cardigan. I would wear the bigger one over something like that because it's quite bulky. The yarn's not bulky, but if you were wearing a jacket, you couldn't squish it all up. It would be impossible. So it just depends what you want it for and how you want to wear it. So, okay, so that's it. Okay, we're going to wrap it up right now. Couldn't believe this is awesome. Thank you, Nikki. All right, we're going to jump off now. I'm going to hop off. Awesome. Chantel, I'm just quickly reading the message that you sent me. Could you post that in the chat, because those links are very important to me, and they are the people that support me behind the scenes, and I would like everybody to support them as well. Just see. All right, they're already in the chat. Okay, but could you just copy and paste that into that as well, because that shows you everybody. It shows everybody. Okay, all right. I'm having two conversations. Sorry. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you've just joined us, you will be able to catch this on the replay. Once I log off this, it will process, and then it will upload it. I think that's what the word is I'm looking for. It will upload, and it will be a video, so you can watch it on the replay. So hopefully everybody has a fantastic week. Today is Monday for me, so it's just starting. But before we know it, it'll be Friday. So yeah, have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button before you leave, because we have smashed 128 likes from our last chat. So I need to write down how many we have. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crochet. I will try and stay awesome. Glenn, I will try my best. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Now I've got that awkward moment I have every week of finding the hang up button. Oh, and by the way, the live chat will keep going. The actual chat box will keep going for a little while, so I'll be hopping on there after I stop all this. See you guys.